tag on it. I clicked the... Really? Game? Not game. I shouldn't have even said game. I should have just said OBS. I'm depressed. Anyway, we got Metal Monsters for you guys today. Welcome to Squad Ops. One Life Operation Metal Monsters. Getting ready to go here soon. I'm bcarr. Gonna show you guys what's going on here with the operation. Guess what? Oh, all my binds are dead, aren't they? There we go. There we go. Whoa. Fixed it. Fixed it. We're going to be waiting for players to get into the game. Right now, I'm just going to go over what the operation's all about, so you guys can maximize your enjoyment of it. Something like that. Hello, everyone in the chat. Appreciate, we've got some guys, we got someone from France here. Nice. A few other ones. All right. Metal Monsters. Russia have an armored mechanized platoon north here on Yurivka. At night, they're going to strike. And U.S. forces are absolutely aware that they could be hit at any time now. They are on the lookout for anything to that end. They have some help in the form of a couple of tows. They're also able to round up a couple of Mat Vs, throw some toes on them. That's all pretty standard. What the Russians have is a lot more. Russians pretty much are going to throw the kitchen sink at US here, but it's not just the kitchen sink, it's also, you know, everything else you'd find in the kitchen, all the pots and pans. Basically also going to throw the oven at them too, because they have tanks. Russia have 2 T-72s, 3 BMP-2s, and a BRDM against a platoon of 2 MAT-V tows, a MAT-V 240, 2 tows at the defense point for US. And there's also 2 lats per squad, 2 hats in 1 squad. So, lots of, lots and lots of insanity going on here. Gonna be, getting started momentarily. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. We're at Yeho at night. Button. Thank you. Button. Wow, okay. For some reason, my keybinds are not working right now, so... something I'm gonna have to fix later on. Cool. Okay. We're gonna be following Russia in blue, because they have the tanks. I think, you know, it's pretty cool. Russia in blue leadership. Pony is running Russia this round with Dorf, Alpha Guido, Dr. K9, and the Harv. On US this round in red, Kuba commanding with Evan SMA, Revi, Blackbeard, and Jack 800. Got some folks hanging out with us today. Hey, one of those names is new. Or not new, but it's pretty good. Oh, is he gonna be... oh, okay. Gonna be getting started here momentarily. Anyway, Yeeho. It's been a minute. Not that long, but it has been a minute. The, looks like US have decided to pick Oscar 12 as their base of operations. Out of 4 possible start points for US, they're going to put their cop in Oscar 12. They could have also picked Echo 10, Kilo 10, and Charlie 12. Ever had Karma Cut here? Yeah. Yeah, dude, we've had Karma Cut here before. Promise. I promise you that. Absolutely. They get a lot of resources, US does. US gets 3 Logi trucks with 2,000 build, 1,000 ammo. They can build 2 HMGs, they can build either the tripod or the bunker variants, and they can build 2 tow launchers, tow static launchers. They also get fortifications, which will be good. US loadouts, we'll go over those first, because it's a little bit tricky here. US loadouts, 1 SL, 2 FTLs, 2 ARs, 2 LATs, 1 medic per squad. And they also have a specialized AT squad. This squad gets 1 SL, 2 FTLs, and 2 hats. They also get the MAT Vs, the 2 tow MAT Vs, and the 240 MAT V. That's that AT squad. The Russians. Russians loadouts, 1 SL, 2 FTLs, 2 ARs, 1 LAT, 1 medic per squad. They get crewmen as needed for the platoon because they have 2 T-72s, 3 BMP-2s, and 1 BRDM. Will there be a second round? Oh yeah, dude. It definitely gotta be a second round. Why? Outside of a campaign, I don't think there's ever going to be an operation where we have a tank that both sides don't get to use it. Also because outside of campaigns, we usually play 2 rounds of everything anyway, so, you know. That's also the case. Right now we have Russian command briefing. Right now.
It's a party.
We need the hard
No
boys.
And folks on the ground here doing the
It's
thing.
fun to stay at the
Password, what's the password?
YMCA.
MCA.
It's a gentleman's club, not a gay bar.
YMCA.
Scottish, I bet you have experience going to those places.
Ooh.
Are you guys actually
no,
kidding me
no,
right now
no.
with this talk?
Hey,
Oh
Yo,
god.
bcarr, you can't
Got
just
his there,
come
got
in
his
here.
there.
You gotta say the password.
The
You gotta
god
get
is
invited
back.
like everyone else.
I don't have
Is
to say the
BCAR
password.
recording, or is he- oh.
I'm on the stream,
Just
dude.
because you're an entity doesn't mean that you're allowed to come into the party bus. All
I
right? The party
disagree.
We're at capacity. We're at
Alright.
capacity.
Well, I have no volume, therefore I can enter.
No, not you.
Whoa.
I'm talking to the guy that's trying to get in.
Oi, let me out.
He wants to get out.
No,
Yikes.
you're not allowed out.
I can't move,
It's
I'm
a
stuck.
one-way-
So, hold on. While everyone's here, what do you guys think about the amount of armor that you get this round? Too much?
Like,
we're
America
either,
should have a Bradley.
we're either
Fine.
gonna
I think we
roll
need
or
more.
we're gonna lose it
never too
all in a
much.
blink of an eye, and then we're
There's
gonna
never-
have a very
When you're
slow and
Russian, there's no
painful
such
death.
thing as too much armor.
How sad will you be
I
if you're
think
one of
we
the
need
people
more.
killed by a tow this round?
I won't
Hey,
be
it's
sad,
not-
because that's war.
I mean, I'm not
I
gonna
will
get
not
killed
be
by a
sad at all
tow,
because
so
that means
I don't
Alpha
have to
got
worry
killed by
about
a
that.
tow.
I will not be
I
sad,
got
I will
shot.
be proud I could be
And
of
as his
service
driver,
to
I
Daddy
take zero
Poop.
responsibility.
Wait, drivers are always
I'd be
responsible for their
happy as,
vehicles. Do we not know what's going on here?
Nope, nope, nope.
It is
Yeah,
the
that's true, man.
responsibility of the driver to maintain vehicles. You also hurt yourself, you big dummy.
Get out of my head, bcarr. Get out of my head. Stop telling me this.
All I'm
Bcar,
saying,
I'm
Get
gonna
out.
single-handedly
Hey,
make your
I need
viewer
in to
ratings go
see a
down.
medic.
yeah, but I
I
mean,
need
Or
to
a
get
medic
out.
to come out.
don't do that.
We're not allowed out. The party tent.
I want to get out.
Touch me.
So I'm a peasant
Thank
automatic
you.
rifleman, so if they hit me with a tool, then I'm happy as it's not hitting a tank.
If yeah, exactly. Body block.
Alright, let me back
body
in. I
block
just
the
went out
tanks
for
with
a
your
little bit.
infantry.
I
Oh
went out
my
for a
god.
The bodies
Scottish,
are
have you seen
not
that body
proper
block you
reactive armor.
I went out for
Close
a
the
smoke.
door.
Come on.
It's like
hotbox, boys, close the
ERA,
door.
but it's like all fleshy and stuff.
All right, you
It
guys
might not
enjoy
be
that.
proper reactive armor, bcarr, but it's effective
Let
reactive
me
armor.
in.
What's the password?
Let me
Let
out.
me out,
The
dude.
pass-
Probably a war crime too, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, so let's take a look at the map and see what we've got planned here. Oh, looks like oh, that's all right. Russians also know where US are, so US is going to have questionable preparedness, because I don't think do the U.S. know? That's a good thing to check, actually. Do the U.S. know where Russia is coming from, or where they're starting? Let me double check. Nope, they don't. So, U.S. is going to have to prepare for an attack from all sides. This is round 1. We haven't started yet. We're going to go ahead down here and take a look at the Russian... Yeah, we're going to do this real quick because I'm not going to miss this platoon briefing, but we're going to take a look at the U.S. base. Also, this is Yeho. You don't know. There's this road. You're gonna see a lot of this road. This is the main road that goes south out of Russia, Maine here. It's gonna be the main way that Russia could get down here. Also, this field over here to the east, it's rolling hills, patches of forest, so a lot of broken sight lines here. You're gonna be basically seeing U.S. and Russia having a fight. You know, or Russia's gonna be moving like forest line to forest line here until they get up to the road, and then all hell's probably gonna break loose. Taking a look at the U.S. position. A number of U.S. people are getting ready for a brief, looks like. Or either that or they're going to be building things very shortly. One of the lodges are here. This hill's pretty smart, though. I mean, you know, the hill location has a lot of potential. It's close up to this tree line, which you think would be a detraction, but I think it could really help. Especially if Russia or U.S. forces insert themselves in this line. If they actually defend this, you know, it's pretty smart. They also have access to the road. The main problem with this is, or with this position, is that obviously they can just throw a vehicle down this creek. The dried up creek bed here. That's a pretty exposed area of your, you know, that's supposed to realistically be cut off. But I imagine tanks won't be the first in here. We'll probably be seeing BMPs more than likely, keeping the main attack on. And of course, right across there's all these hills. It's going to be very disadvantageous for tanks, for the armored vehicles, because the hills they're going to have to go up on. Depends on how fast the Russians get wiped. I mean, the real problem, it's not the real problem. It's the Russians just have to dodge tows. That's all they gotta do. If they find a tow position and take it out before they can advance, the Russians are like 20% more likely to win the round just based on the fact that they've killed the tow. For every tow. There's 4 tows that U.S. will have in this operation. There's 4 tows that U.S. will have. They'll have 2 mobile ones and they'll have 2 static ones at their base. So, if Russia can dodge the tows, Beer Hunter uptime is, hold on, 20 minutes. If Russia can dodge the tows, then they pretty much win. It's going to be a lot of fun to see, because it's not exactly a cakewalk. I mean, like, on paper, this is one of the more raffle-stompy maps that we have, but operations that we have, rather. But it all depends on how cautious Russia gets to be. They need to take advantage of their optics on the vehicles, if they have any remaining, which I think they've had a massive downgrade thanks to our mod. If they're able to get eyes on tows first, before the tows can see them and put a wire-guided missile straight through the side of the hull, that's gonna be to Russia's advantage. I think Russia are gonna be capable of doing this. I think both rounds are gonna be pretty solid Russian wins. Unless, I mean, because every time I think about it in my head, like, what if the tanks get killed by the toes? If the tanks get killed by the toes, Russia have 3 BMP-2s. Great. The problem is, those are pretty much hat candy, right? Heavy anti-tank units, the Carls, the Super the tandem AT-4s, stuff like that. It's going to be problems for BMPs. Significant problems for the BMPs. But the BMPs are glass cannons. That's the way they're supposed to be, right? They're not as hard as the tanks, but autocannon fire and a cornet launcher on top. I mean, it's pretty good. Plus, you'll be able to put most of your infantry in the BMPs. Russia also have a BRDM. I don't think it's the cornet or BRDM. I think they're just going to be using the standard autocannon BRDM. U.S. will prevail. The gentleman you spoke to were too cocky. Well, I mean, how many vehicles does Russia get? 5? 6? There's only 12 spots inside the vehicle actually having to do with the vehicle. Everyone else is riflemen. So, a little bit of confidence is needed here. Got a live time of about 1.5 minutes to go. Oh, people are actually getting in vehicles? Whoa. Yeah, so looks like we may not be seeing a platoon level brief at all. We're going to go ahead and grab command comms then.
We are the infantry. We are going to be protecting the tanks.
Ooh, Oddball actually has something.
And then we're going to be assaulting the enemy position at Omega 12. Main important thing to do is watch for the gases of the guns of the BMP and the tanks. Don't get in front of the tanks. If you see the gun barrel swinging around to take a shot, get out of the way. I mean, we shouldn't be near the tanks other than taking cover behind them, if anything. Yeah. It's gonna be a bad day.
And Russia's gone ahead and set themselves up. Looks like Russia going to be permission to start on the road. Pretty good. US 2 is probably gonna, or sorry, US or Russia's going to be able to start here. US probably can't see them from here. Got a start time of about.
Double back and grab 2. You forgot some people.
I would say in about 10 seconds, but it looks like that's not happening. But we are going to be live here with round 1 of Operation Metal Monsters.
Whoever's having your BMPs, all of them. Don't be able to move until all troops are mounted. All troops are not mounted currently. I have 2 guys waiting to squad in still.
Looks like a little bit of logistical issues here. Going to give US a little bit more time. Which, oof. Live broadcast, US Perspective Comms, no. Unless something significantly changes, I won't be switching teams. I usually follow one team for both rounds. So that's usually how I end up doing the stream. When I'm just solo, when we don't have the multiple POVs up. And someone to switch between them. Taking a look at US positions here. No one's made it on the east side of the road. And I can't hear myself think, so excuse me.
Southernmost BMP.
None of the US force. One squad north of the point, moving to this little hamlet here in Oscar 9 probably. They probably want to, they're going to send a LAT team. Looks like Daniel and Silent are going to go head over here to this island and pop a 9-2. Pretty smart. We have tow positions set up. We have a position here at Oscar 11-2, watching the road. secondary position on top of the hill next to command. We also have a HMG at Oscar 12-4, probably watching the western approach. Oh, it looks like, here we go. So we got the tow MRAPs are going to be covering the main base from a distance. Looks like about 400 meters. This one's a little bit further, about 600 meters. It got quiet all of a sudden. It's because I'm down here and the vehicles are up here. Razor's Razor's BMP leading the charge here. Making their way through the forested areas, these hills. It looks like there may be still some logistical issues getting players, waiting soldiers to get into the vehicles here. First BMP, Razor in the driver's seat. Looks like Alpha's gunning. Dash B in command of the vehicle. Or in the commander's seat. Whether or not he's commanding the vehicle is, I guess, irrelevant. Up and over. And here's a T-70. Oh, no, sorry, this has been another BMP. I can tell, guys, I promise. Slip of the tongue. And of course, we're too far away, we can't see the US forces down here. And here we have dismounts.
Tank should be caught up in a minute or two.
So looks like we have security dismounts.
Yep, I'd remount now. The tanks are almost caught up to you.
Yep, here we go. So these are just purely security dismounts, waiting for the tanks to catch up.
I would say yes.
Because guess what? They're coming.
Once again, be underway.
We got the, looks like this, I think this is a BRDM. Yep. BRDM's gonna be, it's gonna be important, I think, to serve as like as a hardened defense role.
That is not necessary. Please remount all infantry and prepare to continue rolling the full convoy of vehicles in second.
And Pony gonna...
There will be plenty of time.
Pony gonna run up here on foot. Good stuff. Russian soldiers now within about 700-800 meters here of this hunter-killer team chilling in the island of Daniel and Silent. Oh boy. BRDM to scout other positions. Potentially, what I think is, I think the BRDM, I mean, I like the idea. I think the BRDM should be really sent to the west side of the map. If they send it to the west side of the map, it can be a distraction, but it could also be... Daniel. Looked like he was dabbing. I don't know. I don't know why I thought that, but it's what my mind went to. We're gonna take a look at the US position here along the road. Evan SMA, along with, looks like it's a Muffinator and Darth, chilling out here in the lowland. They're hiding. Evan's in the bush. Got his eyes on the road, probably through the leaves. Freestalker and Flicker doing the same thing here. Moneyman Binox out looking around. And we got Shia right here. He's deployed, but he's not really hiding. So he's probably just established to be looking for infantry. Evan's actually moving back to his guys. Meanwhile, the Russian column has moved to the east map border.
From there, we will form up the platoon
Oh, hello.
earlier,
Blackbeard has a little surprise waiting for these guys.
destroying any enemy resistance.
BMPs versus... Looks like just one vehicle here.
As long as we successfully integrate our infantry and armor.
Snowfall has... is that the tow? I think that's the tow. So I wonder if Snowfall is going to have a chance to shoot here. The RDM is actually crossing the plane, probably in sight of this, this Mat V, or they're just going to hold fire. They see a T-72, they're probably holding fire, waiting for everyone to move along. We got security dismounts here from the BMP as a T-72 decides to deploy. BRDM is kind of asking to get blown up here. They have no idea these guys are here to the southeast. No one sees... I don't think anyone noticed. I mean, it is pretty far off. You could see Snowfall there. I mean, we're talking about a distance of about 400 meters, and it's just his turret up above. I think it's just a matter of time before... I think it's a matter of time before these guys decide to throw him in there.
Yep, sounds good. BMP's a little bit further south, and then Kana is going to be a touch further. Besides that, though,
Let's see. Is Snowfall gonna do it? The Russians are moving in on Daniel and Silent right now. And I think they're kind of stuck here. They definitely hear all these vehicles. They're starting to crawl through the field. They're trying to link back up with their squad. So far, Snowfall's still holding, holding fire here. Okay, so we got two hats from the... This is the AT squad. Two hats in the AT squad moving closer. And guess what? There's a... One of the BMPs is going straight for him. I think Bartok is... Yep, the Bartok's in the, Oh, William's gonna show himself. But the BMP's not looking. Now the BMP is looking. The driver's gonna be able to see this. Snowfall is by himself, so the tow is not gonna be a factor here. Silent and, Silent and Daniel are just chilling in the field now. They really can't go anywhere. Cloud Kicker and Merrick in this BMP, and Cloud Kicker actually hops into the commander's seat. He's looking with different optics now.
I think it's for balancing. I get why it's not.
Hey, at this point, are we good to shoot on sight? Oh, absolutely. Kill anything.
And I think Accardi has the other hat here, and I think he's starting to take a peek. Yeah, Accardi has the other hat here. He's got a, they both have Carls. They're waiting to ambush this vehicle. This vehicle has no idea right now that it could just be destroyed in an instant. Volley fire with hats is pretty strong. And I think they're gonna roll with it now.
Yeah, from here, once we start advancing, you guys basically have...
Looks like the US might lose their, oh no. Metasystem and Cold Canadian are gonna run up on... Metasystem's gonna run up on... I wonder if he's gonna see a Cardi off his left. Metasystem has his binoculars out, dude. He's dead. This man is absolutely dead. He doesn't see William FPD right in front of him. He's blinded out. Oh, he turns too. He sees him. Why is he backing down? Why is his gun not up? Why is Meta not shooting these people? He had them dead to rights. US have lost the initiative. And guess what? BMP is coming to say hello, but against two hat units, it's not going to last very long. Grenades from Russia, thrown in the wrong place, as Bartok and William already displaced. Smoke grenade, for some reason, Metasystem thinking the craziness. I think he wants to just mark the location. Two BMPs now coming to take a look at see what's up. Accardi's repositioned, but Razor's gonna drive the thing right over him. Point blank shot doesn't arm. Razor eats it hard. Second BMP, or second Matt V is, that's a 240. That's not the tow. Snowfall isn't even trying right now to move. Shot in a hit on William. Hacky Macky gets shot out of the gun. Bartok actually gets a hit on the BMP, but it doesn't appear to be going down. But I think it just got tracked. I think the BMP's tracked. Yeah. Second shot. There's no driver in the seat, so I don't know what the health is right now, but it looks like Alpha's gonna pop out, so maybe Russia have lost their first BMP here. Meanwhile, it looks like some contact over in the west. And Bartok gets tapped from the hill. Bartok, 0 vehicle kills, but 1 disable, and it looks like the BMP is actually going to be stable here, guys. The BMP's actually stabilized by Razor with the repair kit. What is Snowfall? Why are US not using all their assets? US need to use their assets. The Matt V is driven off, and guess what? Cloud Kicker and America are gonna go hunting, and this thing is dead. Matt V is just gonna lead them back around. Snowfall, I think, is also now soloing one of the Matt Vs with the toes on it. Where's the other one at? Why is it over here? Grunt is soloing the other Matt V with a toe.
Still a gouge.
Big shrug as, guess what? Oh, someone actually got hit from far distance over there. That's interesting. The Matt Vs are now being engaged by a BMP. Blackbeard is, or sorry, Beware gets shot out of the driver's seat. Blackbeard is like, what do? And dies. And Snowfall, still living. He still has the toe. Is he gonna actually get a shot off here, or is he just gonna die? He's put himself in a bad position to shoot. Expect to see Snowfall get shot up in his turret here very shortly. He's looking for targets. Is he gonna shoot at infantry with a tow? Razor might actually drive himself up and over, and if that's the case, he's gonna die if this tow sees him crest. Razor stops his BMP a little short here. Cloud Kicker and Merrick looking for targets here.
Is it okay if I take my guys west and assault it from the north?
Oh no.
Yeah,
we got contacts north of 3. Contacts north of 3.
Razor driving up.
Sounds like they occupied the farm and Oscar
923.
Razor driving up. Is Snowfall gonna see it? Is Snowfall gonna shoot at it? Is he gonna? He does. And there goes Alpha Guido, dead. And looks like a big trade as BMP trades for the Matt V. Finally, a tow missile is fired finally after holding fire for like 5 minutes. 1 BMP down, only 2 casualties for all of that. 6 kills Russia, 3 for US. So, all told, you hear command key up right up on comms. How many Americans have you killed?
Why don't you go ahead and roll back to the formation?
All right, let's take a look back over here in the west. Daniel and Silent are still hiding for their lives in the field, as a T-72 reigns or sits right over top of them, and a BRDM is actually this is the other BMP. Storm 49 driving for Horny Uncle Niner in the gun, looking around for targets to hit as Russians have now crossed the main road. And the U.S. able to suppress Russian movement from actually progressing further. It looks like they're caught up in the row of trees next to the road. And U.S. withdrawing as Free Stalker gets smacked in the back as he runs away.
Okay, it's both toes or MRAPs are dead. We just confirmed. Thank God. All right, we don't have to worry about that anymore. So yeah, bring yourself back in with the formation.
Oh, Pony might. Pony suspects both MRAPs are dead. I wonder if he thinks both toes are dead. Because that would be a,
Be on the toes.
Now, he says he still have toes, but...
We successfully killed, we possibly killed both hats and possibly both toe wraps, which...
It's not both toe wraps.
Anti-armor punch away.
But they have killed both of the hats for the platoon and one of the toe wraps. Toe and wraps. So, bad, I wouldn't say... I mean... It is kind of bad engagement for US.
Alright,
The position was there, and then Russia threw a squad of infantry up the hill. Like, why didn't... I wonder why US felt the need to hold fire there. For that engagement, US holding fire was a big question mark. They had a toe, they had two of the hats. With volley fire, they could have destroyed at least 2 vehicles. I think. And anyway, why not just... You had vision on one of the T-72s. Why not throw everything at the T-72 and take out one of those? And then immediately run away with your toe MRAP to live and fight another day. Hats were too close to be effective. I'm not talking about when the hats... I'm not talking about when the T-72 and... or where the BMPs rolled up on the hill. I'm talking about, when they were cresting the hill to the north.
Alright, remember they do still have toes out there, and we don't have yet have any visual on their actual radio position. They could be anywhere from the fucking...
Yeah, because the MRAP was sitting here. Right in the middle of the screen right here. He was on that hilltop.
Yeah, to down in the valley, Oscar.
They still have the stationary toes, but they're not really positioned in a way for range. But I'm talking about when the BMPs... this is the ridge right here. The BMPs and the T-72s all crested this hill.
Sounds good, 3.
They could have been shot. That could have been the opportunity for volley fire that US didn't take. I wouldn't say US weren't aware of it, because they definitely knew these vehicles were here.
Are they down to infantry now, or is there still...
Uh-oh. Mine? No, that was just T-72 firing, I think.
Anybody see that? Alright. Enemy infantry or something southwest.
Yeah, I don't have a... Oh! Oh, your nightmare! Your nightmare, it looks like the T-72 ate a toe. That's what happened. So, your nightmare was next to the toe launcher. Oh, and another toe coming up here at range. I think this is the one that, down here. Yeah, hijacking. You see Jacko 800. Jacko 800 is actually in the toe. May have been a hit there in a vehicle, but the toe is still looking. Both toes are still up. Your nightmare's back in his toe. He's watching the road. Russian forces are trying to flank around. Pony getting the report of Jax.
Oh wait, was it a toe MRAP or a toe emplacement? Toe MRAP.
Oh.
So never mind then.
And there's another toe MRAP around here? Okay, so they popped it. They popped the toe MRAP. So that's what I missed. The toe MRAP they popped over here, I think. Because that's where it was positioned. Quick Scratch gets deleted by a BMP. Here comes the pain. Is your nightmare going to have another chance at this T-72? Doesn't appear to actually have caused any damage. 2 toes are still up for US. Round out. Doesn't appear to hit anything. I could have been wrong about that. And Uncle Niner in the BMP up front here is getting closer, but he's in the, he's sort of in the flank of this toe MRAP. K9 pushes up against one of the US positions and gets killed in the open, looks like. Bacon, Batman, Rather Scottish Chap, and the Hawk are actually now sort of stuck out in the open here.
Yep, I'm working on it.
This fire team is extended a little bit too far.
Alright,
It's kind of bad.
infantry contacts.
It's kind of really bad, actually.
Yeah, we got infantry close. Infantry close, direct southeast. Okay, that's what I think. Come on, let's get these fucking tanks rolling. Where do you want?
Pony needs his, Pony wants his platoon, rather, to get the move on. BMP firing into positions here. Oh, here comes Bag of Joe, Mr. DZ. Along with, Arnis. And they have eyes on your Nightmare. He's off his toe position. He's got to get back on that position. Your Nightmare's trying to crawl back to the toe. You can barely see it through the fog. He's right behind it. He's not getting on the position. The tank is looking at him. He basically has like 2 seconds to turn to and fire once he hits back on this toe. He's got to get a turret hit. Because the tank fired around here. Gunner on top is looking toe gun and hits the tank and the turret. Turret able to turn and oh hey, your Nightmare's still up. He gets off the toe and he doesn't reload it. The tank looks like it suffered a little bit of damage there. It doesn't look right on. Tank fires and the toe has been destroyed along with its front cover. It's dug down to the turret or to the tripod. Tank of the turret. I mean, the bottom of the turret, the tripod of the turret is what I mean, guys. Meanwhile, Russian forces actually hitting the gas pretty fast here. Squad in the north, plus the fire team that was abandoned, is starting to link back up. And BMP looks like it was hitting near Jack. Oh, there you go. Point blank shot with the toe appears to have hit. And I think something happened. I think it's got an engine hit there. So Cloud Kicker and Merrick have just thrown themselves into a bad position. Point blank shot appears to not have had any effect.
One toe is down. Eliminated toe placement. Copy, good work, one. Alright, I think that can mean placements are knocked out, possibly.
And both toes are dug down. BMP takes another hit. And the T-72 is here to try to save it.
This fucking sandbag, right? Or actually, 03, what's your BMP looking like? Can you roll it up with 2 as they crest the ridge?
Toe.
There's still a toe.
Your Nightmare gets back on his toe. I think Darth is actually back on it now. Nope. Where's the toe?
I think those would be we're engaged in their...
I'm confused. BMP is hit again by a rocket. I think the BMP is now tracked. I think the BMP is tracked. There's no explanation why they're stuck here. They're repairing the engine of the BMP because in the middle of the open of the enemy territory is where you want to sit with your back to the enemy radio. It's where you want to live. Dorf comes to the rescue on his T-72 and now begins to engage everyone. Cloud Kicker's back in. Kuba... oh, they're just destroying sandbags. Vehicles have set themselves up a little killing zone here. The BMP has hit another missile now. What the hell? Meanwhile, infantry have overtaken the road position of that toe. Back of Joe runs this T-72 up and over the little ditch here. What I tell you about this ditch, guys, it's a shortcut to the radio if there ever was one in this position. Infantry over here getting pretty close on. Thanks to the help of a BMP of Storm and Uncle Niner. And looks like D-Leak here in the BRDM.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's on top of the...
They're looking around for him.
You've gone forward way too far.
I'm behind that tree right now, you should be fine.
Copy.
They're looking for this squad. they're shooting at dead bodies, so at least they're shooting in the right direction. U.S. forces still have a considerable strength here in the south against this reverse slope. Phoenix has his eye on trying to secure this side of the hill, because Russians haven't really done it yet. I hear a tow. I heard a tow. I don't think anything happened. I think a BMP used their missile to try to disable a target. Phoenix Silas for Lightning and Rock here are gonna push the side of this hill. It's gonna wake up old Geezer and these guys over here. Groot's looking for people to come at him from that direction though, so he's also hoping the T-72 doesn't roll down his hill. T-72 right in the middle. Huh, I wonder what around there are surrounded by all the sandbags. Meanwhile, shots here as Phoenix's element engages. Groot and old Geezer are dead. Hijack's in a firefight for his life. He's spraying ammunition to his east. Doesn't appear to actually be hitting anything. The suppression is real, and Russian or U.S. elements are trying to move back. RPG misses and overshoots the entire hill. Hijack lucky and dodges. Tinkerbell gets shot from the top of the hill. Looks like Chicken, Redibus, and company have decided to roll down the hill here. Chicken is actually looking for potentially more here between him and Phoenix's fire team. Bagus gets shot up as a result. Pony, now hearing all this is happening, looks like the BMP got hit again. I think it just got tracked. No? Why does the sparks come off it every time and it's not tracked? The sparks aren't only supposed to be a thing for when a component gets destroyed, I thought. I could be wrong. Regardless, Kuba's dead, and that's US command gone.
That's a tank.
Yes, it is. It's our tank. It's shelling the.
Is there actual friendly fire going on? No, I think it's just an overshot of the. They're overshooting the radio. We're using the tanks to destroy the radio because why not? Oh, they can't find the radio. That's what's happening. So, Punny will realize, or actually, might be Cloudkicker and Merrick here to realize first. I don't think there's a lot of US people left. Revy's behind the Russian push somehow. There's still a fire team up north. Or at least a fire team, and there's a buddy team here. I think I think Patrick Star is actually kind of stuck here. Far southwest. Hijack is still alive. He was part of this element that ended up getting shot up by Phoenix and company. The radio's sitting right here, in the kind of obvious spot. Darth and Evan SMA are running back to defend the radio. To do what they can with Patrick Star. Daniel and Silent are rejoining the effort here to defend here as well, so I'm thinking there's 6 US remaining. Maybe more. And and command now digging the radio. BMP doesn't realize Daniel and Silent are behind it. I think one of these guys is a lad.
Yeah, I see it.
I saw them.
Yeah, if Daniel gets a rear-on shot of the this BRDM here, could be bad times. But it doesn't look like they know or they're gonna try to gauge this. Meanwhile, looks like I think Hijack just got found on the side hill here. Evan and Darth are pushing this vehicle as well. Revy, Daniel, and Silent now push it into the radio position. If they can get shots off at the radio, they could delay the digging of this objective. But there's too many Russians 31 kills for Russia, 12 kills for US. There's about 20 more Russians on the field. A little bit less than 20 more Russians on the field than there are US soldiers.
Command will now fly down and occupy the sandbag position where the enemy bomb was.
There we go.
Contact close southwest of command.
Huh?
Did I just get airstrikes?
Uh-oh.
Tanks all over vehicles. All over
Airstrike.
Contact direct west command location.
Looks like they US sent a fighter to drop some ordnance
Contact north command
on the position.
God damn it, I can't see. Where's the armor? Get the armor back over here. We're coming back. Why did all of the armor leave? We're scared of getting hit.
Pony is now by himself as Daniel, Silent, Revy, and Evan SMA are bearing down on his position.
Enemy infantry, north location. Indeterminate distance.
Pony is still holding position here. Here comes all the vehicles back to air support in this game. We've modded it into our operations. Yeah, there's a variety of air support options that are in there now. Cloud Kicker Merrick have shown up.
Keep going.
They're going to keep going up here, so Daniel might have a shot at putting a rocket in here. I don't think anyone else has a rocket launcher, so it's just Daniel.
Here.
BMP pretty close. Mega Batman is actually running over here. He gets killed. Silent's dead. He gets popped. Evan and Revy almost simultaneously die. Silent, the last one in this position. They're destroying the vehicles because the BMP needs something to shoot at. Darth is actually behind the element as well. Oh, I thought Silent was the last one alive. Daniel's... Oh, well, Daniel tried to shoot a rocket. I don't think it had enough room to arm. Or maybe it did. T-72 looks like it's hurt a little bit, but it doesn't appear to be critically damaged. Regardless, everyone's dead except for Darth now.
I think that guy's dead.
It's a pretty good conclusion there. And now it's just Darth against half the platoon. Is Darth gonna get any kills before he goes out here? He's actually right behind the tank. He doesn't have any...
Alright, Pony's down on command.
I'll see if I can repair it.
Oh, I think they killed Pony. Unfortunate. Oh, Back and Joe dead.
Guys outside the tank.
I see him. He's right on us.
Here comes Modern Death. What is the problem? Get out and shoot him. Darth finally gets perforated by the other T-72, and that's gonna be it for round one. What in the world happened there? Well, to go over what happened real quick, Russia, pretty strong push there. US having a couple of instances to strike first, ending up not being able to take advantage of what is going on with the round. Anywho, that's round one, and in just a moment we'll be back with round two of Operation Metal Monsters. We're going to switch teams here. We're going to have these guys switch over to US. US is going to give it a go as Russia. But think about it. All the people here and all the tanks and against just toes didn't seem to be really possible. But I mean, you know, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to just see how everything gets rolled out. Anywho, we will be right back with round two. Gonna get a breather real quick. Or we might just roll through it. I don't know. I do want to take like 30 seconds to myself real quick. I need to make sure my dog's okay. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna be right back, guys. I just want to say this tune is absolutely bopping right now. I'm just gonna listen to this for a minute. No, I'm not. Alright guys, we're back with round 2 of Operation Metal Monsters. I'm gonna get set up here on my end. Shortly we'll be getting everyone else back in their squads. The standard in-between round fare that you have come to enjoy, or at least expect, between rounds 1 and 2, is occurring right now. Here in a moment, we'll have everyone come on in. Just waiting on players to reconnect. I only see 3 squads open right now. But, no big deal, we can talk about what's actually happening here. In Metal Monsters, US can choose up to 1 of 4 locations to start at and build a COP. They're waiting to receive the entirety of the Russian armored platoon into their abode. Russians have a lot of assets for this operation. You didn't see last round. Russians have 2 T-72s, 3 BMP-2s, and a BRDM. However, US aren't exactly toothless. They have 4 tows. 2 of them are stationary static tows that are deployed at the COP. 2 of them are mobile tows on MAT-Vs. And these MAT-Vs, hopefully we see a little bit more use of them from in this round compared to last round. They need to be quick strike, hide, and retreat vehicles. When you have this many, when you have so many assets on Russia, you gotta be hit and run all the time. There's no, I mean, you just gotta be hit and run. Why the US waited so long to make the initial engagement? Like, the US had to have even thought about it. Like, thinking about like what I saw last round, the US had a they didn't have both of the MAT-V tows. They had one of the 240s over there. So they thought about rear security, or at least they thought about getting the infantry out of there. They thought about infantry transport with the whole thing. They could have fired the tow and then had everyone load up and find the next hill and then do it all over again. Didn't appear like that was the case. So, we got everyone in here now. Players are starting to rejoin. And I think we're at the end of that process. So I'm going to go ahead and turn our camera back on here. We're going to take a look at the map. We're on Yeho, the night map, or a night variation of the map. Excuse me. And looks like US is going to opt for an Western FOB. They're seeing Charlie 12. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. Be kind of boring if we just did the same objective both rounds. There's not necessarily anything in the rules about it, but, you know, it'd be kind of boring. So, but besides, the thing is, with this operation, Russia know where to strike. The US don't know where Russia's coming from. So, you saw the... Yep, we got another round coming up here. Round 2 starting very soon. We're just in between rounds right now. So you saw from round 1 the push down the eastern side of the map. What we were saying just now about where Russia are attacking from being the big wild card for US forces, I mean, it is and it isn't so much the wild card for, because you got all these assets, they have to eventually pick a spot to go through. So if you cover everything up, you know, you should be okay. Yep, we do 2 rounds of stream. Typically in a 1 live stream, we're doing round 1, and then we switch teams, we do round 2. And then then I take a long break, and I think about life. Maybe I play a game of squad, and then I think about life some more, I make dinner, I eat it, and then I think about life some more, and then I stream again tonight. 2 more rounds. Maybe less with the life contemplation, but you guys get what's going on. I'm trying to be funny right now, and it's not working, so we're just going to move on here. U.S. getting set up, or sorry, Russia getting set up here. Russia in blue. This round, Cuba commanding with FNSMA, Revy, Blackbeard, and Jackal 800 as squad leaders. For U.S. in red, Pony commanding with Dorf, Alpha Guido, Dr. K9, and the Harv. What's going on here? Loadouts. Russian loadouts. 1 SL, 2 FTLs, 2 ARs, 1 LAT, 1 medic per squad. Crewmen as needed for their vehicles. The 2 T-72s, the 3 BMP-2s, and the BRDM. U.S. loadouts. Each squad has 1 squad leader, 2 fire team leaders, 2 automatic riflemen, 2 light anti-tank, 1 medic. They also have an AT squad, which starts in Romeo 17. That AT squad starts with an SL, 2 FTLs, and 2 heavy anti-tank units. They also start with 2 MAT-V TOWs and 1 MAT-V 240 Bravo at that location. Platoon have up to 3 Logi trucks, depending on their location. Looks like we're choosing location Charlie 12. Per the scenario, they have 2 Logis of supplies to use. So that's 1,000 ammo, 4,000 build. 2,000 ammo, 4,000 build between those 2 Logis. At the FOB, they can build 2 HMGs. They could be either tripods or bunkers. And they can build 2 TOWs along with fortifications. Certain players seem to be spawning here at Russia, so I think they're going to try to organize vehicles first and then get all the infantry spawned in and properly set up. I imagine there's still the question of who gets what vehicle. Appreciate that, Edgy. And oh, hey, look, a flock of T-72s have magically appeared. Of course, we'll only be needing 2 of these, not 3 of them. And so the Russians are going to go here and they're going to get some organization going on. We're still waiting. Looks like only missing 1. It's pretty good. Everything going on here. Shout out to our event admins, Ronan and Wolfgang, helping us keep the event on time, keep the event running smoothly today. Blackbeard just hurt himself. What did he do? What is he doing?
I like your hat.
He's climbing on vehicles. What a weirdo. Demon 9, Atomic. Looks like Atomic is actually part of this command briefing.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to actually listen in here and see if they actually talk over local. You see, we can get a glimpse into the Russian plan this round.
Are you not doing platoon brief?
No, it's fine. We can. We haven't I haven't decided what the individual squads are gonna do yet. So.
Oof.
Hello?
Don't worry, Kuba. We can wait.
Oh my god, he changed his name. Back.
Oh, thank God. Shh, be quiet, please.
Commands are still organizing themselves, so the standard, the usual. Oh, here we go. Let's take a look and see what's happening in the barracks for round 2 here. Bartok, what was that last round, man? Actually, you know what? Explain to me what happened in round 1, because you guys basically saw the entire Russian armored column and just looked at it.
So someone in this squad, I'm not gonna say who because I really don't know, had the perfect idea that we're gonna push down towards them. And then they spotted us, and I just looked the Russian directly in the eyes, and that scared me. And then they moved their armor up and fucked us.
Yeah, we were honestly
Well,
like, perfectly hidden there. We
I mean,
should've
you
just
were.
chilled until they passed.
I was like, what happened to the volley fire? Like, what happened to the, you know, hit and run tactics?
Yeah, one of the hats were within inside arming range.
Wait, really? No, not at first, though. When the vehicles came up the hill towards you guys, absolutely it was inside arming range. But I mean, when the T-72 and the BRDM rolled up at first, you could have shot then. They were only like 300 meters away.
We didn't use the toes, but we were ordered not to shoot or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I was ordered to keep my MRAP back down the hill.
And for some,
not to skyline it.
To be fair, I mean,
and for some reason, once
to be fair, you didn't. But I mean,
when we pushed down that hill, that was my biggest
load the
fuck
second
about that round, and I take blame for that. I think we would have done way better.
Everyone get.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just
lights out soon.
Get it, lights. No.
It is dark. It's nighttime.
Well, I mean, we do things at night. It's the military, kind of, sort of, not really, but it's squad ops. No, but I mean, I don't know. I just felt like you guys really could have gotten some more kills than just the one BMP there. You got lucky because the one BMP. Because
we could.
True.
I agree.
The panic fire.
I almost took out the BMP, but for some reason, instead of loading to the second tandem, it loaded to a heat shell.
Wait, as US hat, you get 2 tandems in the Carl?
2 tandems, 2 heats, and 2 smoke with the Carl Gust.
What the? Jeez.
But the tandems are not as powerful as the other hat kit.
You should be required to have an A gunner attached to your hip for that.
But there are 2 types of hats on the US side.
Oh yeah.
Carl Gustav and you have the 84.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, I get it.
I think it can one-shot.
Yeah, it can one-shot tank.
Yeah.
Actually, nuts.
Well, here's hoping you guys don't get memed on when you push down the western edge of the map here, I guess.
Yeah, we'll try not to.
If this is how it feels being talked to by an invisible voice, I can understand why people are snarky with admin. This is really uncomfortable.
Oh, the difference is you shouldn't take me seriously about 50% of the time, which was actually a problem when I was event admin and also streaming at the same time. So, you know, lol. But
So should we take you seriously right now?
Probably not.
No. I'm sharing bunks, bro.
Yes. No, that's not allowed.
Okay.
Yeah,
why...
but take event admins seriously all the time, though, because they're serious. Even if Ronan doesn't sound serious, he's serious.
So, boys. Everyone be inside your beds. Beware, crawl a tiny bit back. You're like hovering over.
I know, Ronan.
You guys gotta do something better. Like, go outside and play red light, green light or something.
What the hell is going on in here?
Come on, guys.
Just as I was saying.
What's that?
Oh,
What about hide the snake?
Oh, Simon says, there you go.
No.
Everyone get in.
Guys.
I don't really feel like talking to him. It's just funny.
Simon says.
All right, guys, have fun.
Pick bad.
Please.
These guys are still talking in command, so we're not hearing what's going on here. Could I play squad with a 1070 Ti or is it too weak? In my experience, there's 2 problems with squad. First is your CPU. Is your base core clock higher than 2.5 gigahertz? If so, okay. Do you have 4 cores? If so, meh. Also, do you have like 6 gigabytes of dedicated video memory? If so, okay. I think, like, if your card has 6 gigs of video memory and it was made within the last, like, 4 years, you should be fine. Yeah, you got 6 cores in that, bud. Yeah, you're good. You got 6 cores, you're running at like 3 gigahertz anyway. 16 gigs of RAM. That's pretty smart. Unless you have like, unless you spent like 16 gig of RAM money on 8 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigs is definitely a an essential get. It's just the thing is, it's the there's just so much to render, and that's only a ground level. Like,
sounds good.
Is that 70?
Yeah.
like, what's my utilization right now? Let me
yeah.
check right now for you guys. Right now in the game, at this position,
Where's
I'm
Daniel?
using
Daniel, you
Where
got
are
some
we now?
right?
60
Oh my word.
60% of my machine.
Can we get
I thought you were a
Daniel
DreamHack.
over the
I'm using 67% of my GPU right now. I have an RX 580
alley? Okay,
That's
we're in
December.
platoon brief.
and 12 gigabytes of RAM. Anyway, we're gonna listen to this platoon brief here. It's gonna start right now. We got a live time of about 3 minutes away.
Okay, so we've gained intel that the U.S. platoon has set up like a COP in Charlie 12. So we're gonna be going and engage that, and we're gonna wipe them out. We got a lot of assets. You know the gist. So objective rally point is we got to get there first. We're gonna be starting our assault off at airfield, right? So from here we're gonna get to airfield, and then we're gonna start moving to our position. Squad 2, if you look at the map, Squad 2's already marked himself out. Thank you, Evan. He's gonna be taking that very large hill at the quarry at Fox 15-3, and he's gonna be looking northwest, just basic fire. He's got 1 BMP. And then 3 and 4, they also have 1 BMP per their own squad. They're gonna be working together, following that arrow mark on the map. I'll mark another arrow here. With these enemy draw paths, they're gonna be moving through that ditch 3 and 4, and they're gonna be trying to set up on that hill marked with the tank mark west. 1 has all the T-72s plus 1 BRDM for scouting. They're gonna be working with 3 and 4. So we're basically setting up on that very large hill on the south side of their COP up there, and we're gonna be trying to shoot in from the south with all the Vics that we have. When moving, just remember infantry should be in front of the vehicles just because they have a lot of anti-tank assets, right? They could have lats prone in bushes or whatnot, and they also have an AT squad. They could be anywhere by the time we're at airfield. So it's very important that you guys pay attention to maybe audio if you can somehow. I don't know how you're gonna listen to audio when there are like 7 T-72s going around the village. Yeah, just pay attention for the tow MRAP. We have to be very cautious about that. So yeah, that's all. Any questions? If there are no questions, each squad has 1 BMP. Squad 1 has all the T-72s. You guys can go ahead and mount up now. Get ready.
We'll take the rear of the column and act as rear security in case these things try and whip round and hit us in the ass.
Oh, there it is. I knew that.
They have to spawn it in, so they're gonna see it on the map. If all of us get out, they're gonna be able to see it on the map. Who wants to drive? I'm gonna take the commander's seat. So you guys
Well,
decide who
I
wants to gun
haven't
and
played
drive.
the game. I haven't played the game in like a year and a half, so I don't know if me driving is a good idea.
Alright, I'll take middle convoy.
I
Good
mean,
luck,
driving
Sebby.
is not hard. We're not
Played in any long.
So what does that make me?
You're
not
front
driving,
BMP.
drifting.
I'm
No,
front.
There's no
I can do
Tokyo
drifting.
going on.
Alright, I'm driving.
I mean, we're just gonna be following the tanks. We've got.
I'm gonna be in the rear, so we can transport.
We can maneuver onto the road from the road.
Yeah, go ahead, get on there.
Like just down this main road, like here.
Yeah, literally. careful on this road, guys. They could have the tow wraps looking up this road. So keep your gunner's eyes open south. So go ahead, when we get into the village, Novo, Neva, whatever, go ahead and just dismount infantry there. That's where we're dismounting infantry.
So the village north of airfield?
The village north airfield, yeah. I'm very scared of the AT squad. So.
Yeah, gotcha.
Remember, keep the nurse
still
looking
taking
front.
the same approach?
Oh my god.
Yeah, still the same approach.
I was
Remember,
muted.
gunners front.
I can't believe that. I don't know how much of what I just said was absolutely gone, but it might have been gone since the brief. Which case, you didn't miss anything. I was just going over my specs and just sort of, you know, talking about how the whole round was actually supposed to go, but, you know, worse things have happened before.
Are we all dismounting?
US AT squad just rolled past. Looks like they've dropped off 2 hats. They've ditched their 240 Bravo MRAP. And looks like Russians dismounting 2 squads of infantry on the main highway. Computer talk. Okay. Computer talk. I've got a... Sorry, I'll just go over this one more time real quick. I got a i7-8700. Wait, hold on. Someone just said something. I think they... BMP destroying the Mat V. The 240 Bravo's gone. It pops. There we go. BMP's feeling good about life right now, I guess. Got an i7-8700. Got an RX 580. 16 gigs of RAM.
Yeah, copy.
A small SSD for the OS. Everything else on a mechanical hard drive.
Let's keep it moving.
That's really about it. Nothing special. I am wireless on my local network, though. That's the other thing. So, don't ever install a wireless card in your machine or trust that Intel thing that's built into your motherboard to actually be good. Buy a router, hardwire yourself into the router. 100% works better every time, period. Russians have inserted themselves north of the airstrip. It's not where they wanted to be, but it's where they are anyway. US got lucky and rolled their MRAPs with the toes on them south of the airstrip, or at least south of this town, along this road. Arnis and Clamar driving those vehicles all the way over here. Meanwhile, looks like Dorf, Modern Death, Grom, and who's this last guy? Lord Chanka are isolated. They're hiding for their lives, waiting for the Russian armored platoon to roll past them. But this is also the important information. US now know they're in the east somewhere.
Yeah, tanks are gonna be accepted as well.
And looks like the mechanical assets are going to depart. Seeing BMP lead the way, 2 T-72s, BRDM now joining the convoy right next to another BMP. They got a final BMP acting as security. Blackbeard in charge of that guy. And Kuba living life in a transport. Russians ditching the village here, moving south. So they're gonna take airport on foot.
Everybody at this point is to fire because our vehicles are so loud. They know we're here, even if we're 300 meters up. So if you see anything, you're free to fire no matter what.
So the MATV tows over a click away. I think they're repositioning. Let me see if I can find them in the game real quick. I'm pretty sure they're like in front of me somewhere. Yeah, there they are. This.
No, my squad has not spotted any other.
Get done trucking uptime 1 hour 32. D-Leak and Arnis.
Pull out of the town, or are we?
No.
Or do we think we? So they're either in
Wait, are they separated now? No, they're gonna move south here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You know, if they get up on this hill, they might have enough elevation to shoot over the treetops. But the issue is, they don't really have a lot of, they don't have a lot of options when it comes to visibility, or at least, the distance anyway. And it looks like they don't really have a good shot at, the airfield anyway.
Scout car is gonna do some scouting.
Okay. You want me to look?
Scout car gonna move south.
Just look west.
If the scout car gets a lead on these, MATVs, that could be awesome information for Russia.
You want us to move out to the airfield, or like get on the east side of the airfield?
Get on the east side and move through it. Doesn't matter. Just go south.
Take a look at the MATV with the tow on top. Little woodland camel. DZ driving, or it looks like Kalmar driving for Bagger Joe, gunning DZ in the third seat here. As the Russians starting to take over the airstrip here. I think Klamar's trying to drive this thing up the hill. Should be able to do it. I don't see why he couldn't.
Fox 15-3. Just try to get eyes on that if you can. If you can't, don't worry. No biggie.
Fox 15-3. So, Kuba's just called out this position as something to look for. Arnis and D-Leak are on the south side of this hill, closer to the main road.
Yeah, from airfield it's a little too dark. Like a little too foggy to see Fox 15-3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, let's go down. Let's go ahead. Mount up.
Where is it? Its airfield is in this direction. And the fog kicks in about 2/3 of the way there, I think. So, it's a little bit too rough to see at range. Fog of war is real. Infantry are rolling back to BMPs.
Copy that. I'm gonna pull my guys. So they've turned clear, and then we'll put.
Looks like the security fire team's gonna fall back here. Very shortly, we should start seeing them roll back east. Since Blackbeard can tell his guys what's going on. Infantry have loaded back up. BRDM. Went a little bit far south there. Safe to say that U.S. Maine is... safe to say that Maine down here is not in play. And tank makes a turn. Juliet 16-8. We're gonna follow them. This is the road they're gonna try to take. East-west road on the southern map border here.
Tell your guys not to get alarmed by the Vicks at US Maine. Don't shoot them, please. And then 4 and 2 dismount infantry once you get to that bend and start walking.
BMPs. BMPs are here now. So just ignore those US vehicles. Russians now deploying troops. And 2 Matt Vito's going to be getting some eyes on some vehicles here pretty soon. Depends on how much further ahead Russia want the infantry to be. One BMP is going to be on the road. Oh, I think they might have spotted. I think they spotted the Matt Vito's at range. It's kind of amazing. See if I can see him. Yep. It's just sitting there on the top of the hill, man. Wow. Bag of Joe. D-Leak is looking north. I think this BMP is going to go up here and shoot a tow at it. There's no need to spam shots at this range. You might as well just use the tow.
I like riding up his vehicle. This is cool.
Evan ghost riding the whip like a badass.
Yeah.
It's going to talk this coordinate onto target, it looks like. Where's it at? There it is. In between those 2 trees off in the distance, very...
Those trees are in our way, we can see shit from here.
Yeah, yeah, keep pushing along the road, stay south of it though.
Russian infantry starting to move ahead. Vehicles are still stationary here. U.S. infantry closed in with about 700 meters. Think squad will ever add fixed-wing aircraft? No. If squad add fixed-wing aircraft, it's time to stop. Okay, drones. Drones are the exception, right? Because...
You want to wait for the rest of the vehicles to...
Drones are the exception, I think.
Just hold.
If they do it elegantly, if they add drones elegantly...
If you fire, I'll probably get backblast, right? I'll move over a little bit.
Not really. You'll be fine.
If they add fixed-wing aircraft, it'll just be drones. And I don't even think drones count. Do they?
I think.
Technically, this is a fixed wing.
Evan.
Yep, yep.
I think Silence... Does Silence see it? No, Silence not looking the right way.
See that 233 up on the hill in the trees? Like, it looks like a tree, but it's like super shiny. It's got like reflecting.
I see what he's talking about. Looking right there in the middle.
233, like beneath. It must look like a shrub, but it's like kind of shiny.
I don't see
no
anything
vehicle
shiny.
over there.
Okay.
Where?
Meanwhile, Command is living life
Let me get up.
at his best with 3D girls on his tasteful. And they're going hunting. Both tows are manned back at base. Significant resources have been spent. Almost 3,500 of the 4,000 resources build resources they have been deployed.
Evan, do you have eyes on the hill and any mappies up there?
And Russians getting closer, now within 400 meters of the tows. The tows are still living on the MATVs, or this MATV is still on the hill. No one is watching this direction, I don't think. I don't think there's anyone out. Everyone's in their vehicles up here. Bag of Joe, D-Leak, and, who's this? Yeah, Bag of Joe and D-Leak are about to die. And DZ and Clamar. All 4 of those people risk losing their lives just by sitting there. I think Evan sees it.
Without the coordinate off the BMP, looks like a BMP will destroy it, and it's very quick. Can the coordinate like one-shot it on the BMP? Coordinate
top of the hill.
Oh, they got eyes on.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Here we go.
You see it?
Permission to engage?
Yeah, shoot it.
And 2 casualties. Both gunners are dead. They think it's the 240 in the tow. They literally know it's 2 tows. Clamar drives that thing right off the hill. DZ does the same, but both gunners are dead.
No, we didn't kill it.
Clamar is actually bleeding.
Okay, to take that hill very quickly with your infantry, push that hill.
Russians are going to push this with infantry. Russian infantry now close within 200 meters, 250 meters of Clamar's spot. Clamar stabilizes with a bandage. He gets back in his vehicle. He's going to drive off. DZ already done the same here. It's a good thing that there's no vehicles clear on this road yet. Actually, a tank may actually have a shot on him. I think he turns the corner. Oh. Ooh. Oh, I thought DZ was going to hide there and shoot. That's not the case. DZ is going to move away, so he's hit and run. Clamar, big shrug, right in front of Russian infantry, and it gets hit by a autocannon fire. And Hyde gets to defilade here. Unlucky for Russia, both of the vehicles get away, and there's no significant damage. One of them got hit pretty hard, but it's still operational in every respect. Hijacking the Stig 136, able to put a few more rounds.
Yeah, what was that?
Okay, let's keep moving. Very nice work.
Still good? Yeah, we're good.
Russians now clearing the hill where those MAFVs were. Meanwhile, it looks like Pony is still moving north. The MAFVs are going to bug out southwest. I think Clamar may have... I was going to say he might have engine issues, but... looks like he's doing okay. I don't know.
Let's not go up
Darfin is a muffinator. I'm gonna skyline this because they're in BMPs. The only thing that's really gonna hit them is
Yeah, I need you to help me find them. Can you see them? Alright, hold you.
Evan's gonna look for this MAFV.
From here.
Alright, yeah, move then.
Ooh, Bacon Batman is over here. Is there any more infantry to the north? I should scroll up here just to see what's going on. Command is here, and he's got a lat with him. Bacon Batman is...
Sounded like a tow? Southwest?
Toe hit a... Oh man, unfortunate. For US, the toe hit the barn, or this this factory, granary, I think. And oh. The BMP is still sitting on top of the hill. Another tow incoming. And short again.
Southwest of the hill, southwest. Yeah, it's to my direct west, No eyes.
They're looking for it, but it's actually over here. There it is. It's right in the middle of the screen right now.
I need a grid on those contacts.
It's right in the middle of my screen. You guys can't see. You might not be able to see it, but it's right in the middle of my screen. Next to the 15 on the map right now.
I don't see shit.
Look at that. Look at that shot. What is that? That's like a click and a half meter. That's like a 1500 meter tow shot. Right? I'm not screwed up with that distance. 1, 2, 3 and a half plus 1. Yeah, that's like 1300 meters. And both tows missed.
Good, pull back, repair all the way.
Oh!
We need someone to get those guys.
Wow. LOD issue for tow? Possibly. If you're not aware, the tow basically at a certain point in the past of this game, the tow after like 900 meters was basically worthless.
Yeah, I see. It's on a very tall.
Oh, they're both just sitting here. Clamar and DZ are just both sitting here looking for targets. That's amazing. First of all, the fact that they can even see that far, there must be some sort of optics in these vehicles.
2 times MRAP.
Evan has eyes on both these guys right now.
Tank to the south map border, maybe deal with it. Is there down there?
I'm on south map border. I don't have eyes here. It's very open. It's actually not a good idea to put anything down here.
Evan has eyes on both these things. They're just still sitting here, but I think they've moved off the hilltop.
Explosive out to the northeast of my position. We're holding security for now.
Yeah, that's actually very good.
Oh, did Pony take a shot at William?
Northwest. That's like Charlie 17-7.
I wonder, actually. If Pony took a shot at William, that could be kind of crazy. Be a long shot. It doesn't appear... I don't hear any more treader.
Like Charlie 17-7-8, Charlie 16-1-2. I think that's the very top of the hill. I can see one ordered guns up there. That's where they're at.
Break. We have contact direct. We have contact direct north of our position. Golf 1462.
Oh.
Golf 1462. How copy? 1 squad.
Wait, an entire squad?
Two to your northeast.
No, it's not an entire squad, though. No, it's Pony and 3D Girls that is tasteful. It's 2 people.
2, do you copy?
Scout car is fast pushing for some recon.
Say it again.
Infantry to your northeast, too.
3D Girls must have taken a shot with the lap.
Keep going.
If 3D Girls is tasteful gets a vehicle kill, I'll make a weep joke. Oh, no. Pony taps Grunt. What a shot. Does Blackbeard have a chance to respond? Blackbeard probably sees this. And Pony and 3D Girls are displacing. Oh, he saw an AT4 and suspected it was Hat. And it is Lat. Ooh. And they're running away. Grunt gets tapped by Pony there. At least he got something. They must have taken a shot at that vehicle. There's the only reason why they took their time there. Meanwhile, one of the MRAPs have moved to the western border.
I still have no eyes.
Oh, there's also a Lat. I saw the Lat flash up there, so... Or sorry, a Hat flash up there. So there may be more U.S. troops north of all of that. But right now...
I can loot my BMP around the south and then get on the
infantry with the BRDM starting to push the MATVs. Clamara moves to the opposite, to the next hill. Probably because he doesn't have any, how many rounds do these guys have in the tow maps? They probably got like 4 or 5, right?
One, yeah, you take your scout car 1 and move with 4. Just follow on the south side of my border, come up behind him on the southwest.
Scratch, I have eyes.
Oh, I think Sebi has eyes on Clamar.
Yeah, west. Charlie, like Bravo 16-3.
Yeah, I think they spotted Clamar.
16-3, copy.
DZ is still pretty hidden. Yep.
Or MRAP?
Tow MRAP.
Understood.
Clamar's looking for him. Doesn't see him. But he's not going to see any vehicles. Take a look at the overhead map. Clamar's basically on the map border. DZ's a little bit off it. Tanks, because why not? YOLO.
It's too far for the scout car to really beat the MRAP.
Scout car looks like he's retreating north.
Be advised, the Hat team has pulled back Golf 1368. They're pulling back onto that that ridge line.
Copy.
All right, what are the tanks going to do? Are they just going to run this thing? Tanks moving in, but I That's it right now. Russians taking their time to push up here. They've pretty much stalled themselves. There's no forward... I would say there's no forward momentum. BMP's moving north side.
If you get the T-72 up here, he can.
Lots of push in the north. I'm gonna have to double check because the Russian or the U.S. forces here are probably increased in number now. The tanks are taking their time to engage these two MRAPs. I think the tank. I think your Nightmare, Liberal Pundit, and Dubisco are moving the tank down to Sebi. And Sebi's gonna call in the shot. Yep. He parks it. Expecting to see a tank shell fly any second now. Either on baggage, or sorry, on Clamar or Mr. DZ.
We're pushing these hats.
Yep, there we go. Clamar got one shot by a tank. DZ. DZ still up.
That means the
Is now all by himself.
up here with me. I'm like 90% sure I saw 2 hats.
What is he gonna do? Infantry starting to think about pushing this hill.
4 and 1, take that hill. Push all your stuff on that hill. Take it.
Yep. 4 and 1, take that hill. So squad 1 tanks. They have the BRDM as their command vehicle. Squad 4, mainly infantry, but there's a gunner and a driver in the BMP. That seems to be the standard blueprint for all these squads. Everyone not taking contact yet. There's definitely U.S. roaming around up here, but very shortly DZ will be run over here. Very shortly. It's a matter of time. Can you say how many gigabytes this game has? From question on YouTube. I'll figure that out in here in a second. Is a lot. Just going off a guess off the top of my head, with our mod, you probably want at least like 150 gigabytes free. BMP up and over the hill. Point blank shot with the toe. What'll happen here? Nope. Not enough time to arm. And here comes DC. Oh, he's able to get away? The stick has stopped firing. And DC gets shot through the, That's the other toe. You big dummy. What is that? What did you... Stick tried to style on Mr. DZ there and wasted a cornet shot. What a mad lad. Meanwhile, U.S. forces are spread out up here in the north. Pony has actually returned to friendly lines. All of their, all of the mobile assets for U.S. are gone. Guess what? Blackbeard's about ready to get killed. He's running a fire team into... Looks like Squad 3 here, Squad 3... Who's command of Squad 3? Alpha Guido. Squad lead is here in Bravo 12. Fire team is here in Fox 13.
Yeah, we're gonna hold until the main platoon's online with us.
Install files 60 gigs plus mod. Yeah, you're gonna want at least double that in free. You want at least another 60 gigs in free space because the way updates work. So things like that happen. Chicken and Redibus are running away because yeah, they're about to get destroyed. So no need to live life on the edge. There's no room for edginess. There's no need for edginess. Meanwhile, Blackbeard's fire team, Bartok, Snowfall, and Patrick Star. Bartok means business. He's pushing himself all the way up here. Is he gonna see Redibus running around? Redibus and Chicken fall back to Metasystem and Dashby are in this building right here. Or it's just Metasystem, and Metasystem's running away now.
Alright, get your guns online.
Bartok is pushing up. Snowfall's giving him some cover.
We're pushing them off the ridge. They're now in the middle compound. We're gonna frag it.
4 kills Russia, 1 kill US. And we've been going for about 40 minutes now. Wait, 40 minutes? I'm not sure. I'd have to double check the console. I think we went live at 38. So it's actually been about 34 minutes. We went live at 37. Oh hey, Bartok's found Redibus and Dashby not looking in his direction. What is he gonna do? Bartok gonna... What was that? Did he...
Bartok, hang on, let me get... Let Snowfall and I get
Is
eyes.
Bartok... Yeah, Bartok's gonna shoot a frag rocket at Redibus, looks like. So Redibus is gonna die. Bye-bye, Redibus.
Look southwest.
And... At range, looks like Dashby's gonna try to add some fire here. Chicken is still maneuvering under fire. Bartok's gonna run this. What a madman. No one else is here to stop him. There's nobody else on this US side of the push here. And it looks like, actually, looks like Dashby, Chicken, and Metasystem have the field in their hands. They're getting cover. Dashby's throwing rounds from the middle of the field. Bacon, Batman, and Nickname are actually moving up to the west. They're coming up to support. Redibus... No, Redibus is already dead. Metasystem and Chicken make it back to this ditch. Dashby has to come around. Evan has a fire team getting ready to support them here, south of that entire engagement. Meanwhile, vehicles have arrived on the western side of the map border. We're gonna roll over here.
We're pushing them off this ridge.
Copy 3. Two is also pressuring from your south, so just use sandwiching them, you don't need to push them that way.
Russians holding at a little access road. Is that part of it? No, they're just in the middle of a field. I thought there was a road here. I misread the terrain.
You guys have a lot of ammo, you can just shoot into the entire tree line. 1 and 4.
Russians starting to push up. Very low.
Tell your BMP he's coming up on enemies in that ditch.
He's aware. He's gonna get...
Oh, wait a minute. Arcady, you're just gonna roll up in here? This seems weird, but I don't think there's any rockets. Metasystem gets hit. Metasystem. We're gonna try to get over here as fast as we can to see what's going on. And all the US soldiers break for the trees to just try to hide themselves. Meta dies to frag around to HE from the BMP. BMP gonna roll in here. Chicken dies, he pokes his head up and over. Bacon, Batman, and Nickname now crawling in the field, trying to get around here. Bacon, Batman, and Nickname, no AT to speak of. Actually, oh no. Bartok and Snowfall roll right past these guys. If they get unlucky and Bacon, Batman, and Nickname aren't detected here by this fire team coming up to clear the ditch. Actually, it's Blackbeard's... Actually, it's Evan... The rest of Evan's squad is coming to clear the ditch. BMP firing coax up the ditch. Might have had eyes on K9 at far... I think he had eyes on K9. Bacon Batman. All he and Nickname can do is just hide. Hacky Macky's so close. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, Bacon just, like, crawled up behind these guys and got some knives? Be kind of funny. Bacon and Nickname can't do anything. Oh, I think Blackbeard saw Bacon in the field. Bacon goes down. That's what you do in the rear of the element, man. You're fanning out looking for more. Patrick adding some spam here. Nickname gets Patrick Star as Patrick Star telegraphs his position, and Blackbeard and Beware are going to come up in here look for a nickname.
Really, really open from me to the cop. That's my north.
Let's see. Beware is shooting shots at Nickname. Nickname firing blind. Actually, he manages to snag Beware. He goes down! Grenades! A little far there. Hacky Macky drops to his stomach, and he's in the yeah, I think Nickname just threw a grenade. Nope, he doesn't have a grenade. I thought he threw a grenade. What am I thinking? Oh, hello. Dorf and his heavy assault fire or heavy armor fire team are back. Lord Chanka and Grom on the hat kits with Modern Death as a security. Living life. Hacky Macky's actually crawling after Nickname right here. Does he know? Oh, Hacky Macky just crawls to the center of this opening. What's he gonna do? Nickname is crawling a little bit. I don't think he hears. There's too much noise. Meanwhile, Russians are surrounding, and we're about ready to get an exit. Or about. Oh, map border.
Yeah, go ahead.
You might get too far out and then die.
Anyway, that's happening.
If it was legal or not.
Yeah, you're good.
Go for it, bruv. Copy.
Go for it, bruv. Is that how event admins are supposed to... Whatever, I'm not going to say anything, it's running. Meanwhile, Best Pony has come over here to reinforce the western map border.
Command, slow down. One, I have eyes on a lad to your northeast in the trench. Yeah, gotcha.
Rokuba spots Storm and Aegon over here. Yo, these guys are actually about ready to run into it. Oh my gosh, they're coming up through the... They're coming up through the trees. This is absolutely dirty. And meanwhile, he's dead. K9 dies as Russian troops push the... Oh, multiple's dead over here. Looks like the tanks are engaging that Lat Hunter Killer team posted outside the fob. Quick Scratch is running up. Is Silas? Silas is just prone here. Does Silas see these guys? Silas has to have seen these guys. Quick Scratch is actually turned too. He might have seen Imanaz crawling on the horizon.
On like where they are set up right now, like an actual grid.
Oscar 12 is or Charlie 12.
I think Silas is about ready to take some shots here. Silas sees Quick Scratch.
Spot anything else or no?
Nope.
Sees Quick Scratch's backpack, I think. Oh, actually, he just turned up. Silas runs away. Gets behind a tree. Might have seen that happen. Okay, that was a tank. And the Russians are now engaging this US squad over here on the western tree line. Not an ideal situation for them. Oh. Somebody just died. Groot just died and fell through the map. Quick Scratch is dead. And it looks like they've lost the initiative. Russians gonna try to fall back, get to a better position. Silas has them cut off.
They're directly north of us, so they're looking straight down the tree line.
And here comes Stig and Hijack in the squad's BMP. Can the BMP turn the tide over here? Silas is the only one with AT4. Silas could be able to get a shot on this BMP. BMP's not even looking its direction. Silas has to shoot through the smoke, and I don't think he's got the, he has not got a clear line of sight. He's retreating. This whole element is retreating. Alpha Guido, Cloud Kicker, and Merrick might have eyes on this location. But we're gonna switch down here to the south. Vehicles are starting to roll up. They're overrunning US positions. pretty much unopposed. There's just not enough. There's not enough U.S. infantry to really put up a stand here. Meanwhile, Dorf's still crawling around the back. Ooh, a tow! Tow hits T-72. Looks like a front shot. And Rock gets destroyed. Ooh, reactive armor. Might have been a turret kill there. Doesn't appear to be moving. Looks like a turret kill. So the turret has been disabled, I think? Yeah, the turret is disabled on one of the T-72s. Oh no! Tow destroys the other T-72! It cooks off. I didn't hear an explosion. The turret pops off it. Oh, they moved a tow. That's what US did. They moved the tow to the edge of the
Start converging in here with our armor tow. One of their
yeah, they moved the tow to the edge of the base on the south. They had two of them built up in the north. They switched one of them. They had enough build points to move it around. Smart thinking by US. Costs Russia a T-72. And they still have this hunter-killer AT team in the back. Blackbeard squad, Evans squad. 70 squad on the west map border gets moved back to behind the T-72. Looking around. One of the BMPs is engaging as on a slow crawl forward here, looks like. McCarty and William FBD putting blind shots into the US base here. Might be returning fire from a suspected tow position. Or a suspected HMG position. Rather Scottish chap is sort of stuck in here. 10 kills US, 18 kills Russia. It's still Russia's favor. RPG comes out, doesn't appear to hit anything. Russians are just pouring it on, trying to find something. Oh, another tow launched! Another tow launch takes out a BMP. It's falling apart for Russia. How? Phoenix, I think, were probably responsible for that one. No? So that wasn't a... Was that just a light hit? I guess it was a light hit, because I guess it wasn't a tow. T-72, the BMP over on the west side, still pretty hurt. Oh, this is the BRDM, my bad. 2 BMPs down. Or, sorry, actually, what's the vehicle situation? 1 BMP, 2 BMPs. 1 BRDM. What is that? Oh, airstrike. US airstrike inbound. Looks like the Russian vehicles were able to scramble in time.
They missed. They're right closer to
Unfortunate for US that the airstrike missed. US might really have a chance here if they're able to stall US's push out a little bit more here. Phoenix is actually fighting for his life against Pockets. Phoenix has a great position. Look at him. He's throwing smokes here. He wants to try to get out of it. He has a great position with these rocks right here. Although if he gets up from this position, he might get ping-ponged by some vehicles off. Wow, what is William and McCarty have driven into the US base now. And they're lighting Imanaz up. Any Lats gonna respond to this? Don't get shot, gets busted by a cluster of HE. don't know why I thought someone was knocking on the door right there. Meanwhile, Dorf on this north road, or sorry, this east road, he's about ready to start flanking all the way around. These hats might yet be in the game. Rather Scottish chap. Fighting for his life. He got hit a couple times and then Freestalker puts an end to him. Airstrikes in the game. This is a mod. We have a selection of off-map support. And in this case, US have a, looked like a single airstrike. They had a GBU. Ooh, Pocket's now throwing smoke in. I think Phoenix just got spotted by a BMP. Oh, no, he didn't get spotted by BMP, but he was right next to the tow launcher. And the tow launcher is now history. One tow destroyed. I think they're shooting rockets at this T-72 on the road, and it's been tracked! I think Razor was able to track the T-72. Another hit in the right armor. Your Nightmare is gonna have to, repair this thing. Another hit, and it's on fire. I don't think they know it yet, but Doobie-Skoo is about to die. Doobie-Skoo pops with the tank. 2 T-72s are down! The US defense is holding out. Actually, it's actually like 20%. 30-40% ridiculous here. Russians in the base, though. They still have the numbers to take this infantry effort on in. Kuba is actually pretty isolated. He might be tracking this hunter-killer infantry team here. Chankadorf, Grom, and Modern Death. I say that, and then Kuba just starts moving along. He might have a little bit deflated, so Dorf may not see him. 26 kills Russia, 20 kills US. US are pulling it back. It's kind of nuts. Have US won this operation before? I don't know. Cardi, I think, is Williams repairing the BMP because it's been tracked. Has it been tracked? Maybe it's been tracked. I can't tell. No, it has been tracked. It's missing wheels on the left side.
Yeah, we need a...
So they're gonna be able to get that thing back to moving, but... the other BMP is moving very carefully. It's taking shots at Alpha Guido.
Dude, I'm just going. I don't know where they are. Oh shit.
Uh-oh, Hijack gets killed. Razor shooting from behind. That's Pockets as well. And then Stig turns on Razor and destroys him. That's bad news for Russia. US being able to trade 2 for 1 like that is going to win them the round. Eclipse just killed as is pushing in. Silas and Oddball are pretty much the only ones holding here. Oddball has had to stabilize here. Here comes Dorf. Dorf and Lorchanka are actually closing the distance here to this BMP. And I think Lorchanka is going to throw a heavy anti-tank straight in the back of this guy, and it's going to be dead. No one is keeping rear security on this thing. It's just Kuba, and Kuba is not keeping up fast enough. Lord Chanka might have a real shot at this if there just wasn't any foliage in the way. If this was a wide open shot, Chanka would have this thing dead to rights. Doesn't appear to be happening yet. Russia making moves on the radio. I think they've secured it, and US now need to reattack the position. Uh-oh, looks like Chanka had to open himself up. Dorf and Chanka are now in a fight for their lives against the Russian element. Knows they're here. BRDM of Diplex and Nacho. Keep an eyes on. Chanka's dead. He dies. Kuba dies. That's command down. So it's just Grom. Grom still has his heavy anti-tank here. Dorf is trying to figure out what he can do from here.
Oh no, I think...
I wonder if he's just been spotted.
Wait.
Nope, Freestalker. Freestalker takes a shot. Misses Dwarf. Oddball is trying to shoot through the trees here. And through the wire. Ooh, grenade goes off pretty close, but doesn't actually hit Oddball. Dwarf has actually been tagged by Freestalker, and Freestalker's grenade kills Dwarf. Heads up play. Pony, I think, just got a kill. Random Russian infantry person by himself. Big lull. And the vehicles are now going to move in and clear everything out. Pony gets obliterated by HE. 3D Girls is distasteful. Gets destroyed by the BRDM. US are losing it now. I think I see two... I think there's 3 US soldiers remaining. Silas gets a rear-on shot. There goes Diplex and Nacho. Woo! That's a lot of armor wasted. Even though Russia are in position to win this round, with only 3 US soldiers remaining, they still have 2 BMPs up. Right? Yeah, they still have 2 BMPs up. One of them's being soloed right now. I think this one has actually been tracked. For some reason, it's just not moved. Or it's just holding position in the middle of the field there. The other BMP is in the middle of the wooded area.
Squad 2, he's like directly fucking east of you, dude.
Grom's still, looking dangerous over here. I think it may be just Grom and Silas now. I don't see anyone else up for US. Grom is just hugged to his, he's hugged. He's looking for a vehicle to shoot. He has his AT-4 out, and if he's patient enough, he might see a Cardi and Williams BMP, but I don't think he's going to have a chance to hit it. He hears the audio on it. Russian soldiers making his way to him. I think he might have a chance to hit it here. It's in the open. He's going to take a shot at it, and there it goes. But Grom is going to pay with his life. Freestalker's got a shot on him. Grom returning fire. And he gets one-tapped by Silent. Certified badass. And Silas is now run up on the ashes of 2 BMP, of the BMP and the BRBM. Silas looking for things to shoot. Might have a chance to get this Russian fire team on the side. I wonder if he has any AT. Silas is here in Charlie 12-88. There's Stig has actually abandoned his BMP in Charlie 12-47. Everyone else is manhunting over here in Charlie 12-91. And they're still scrolling around here. We're gonna turn these names off. Silas is right in front of us with his AT-4 on his back. Might be he doesn't have any AT capability right now. Not that it matters, because at this point Russia effectively 0 armored units, which is insane. Actually insane. Russia, it's been a bit of a longer second half, or second round of the operation, I'll say. But, you know, it's... Russia got a lot of use out of those vehicles. I think US's vehicle strategy this time was pretty strong. Hit and runs with the TOW MRAPs weren't successful. Silent gets shot by Silas. Unfortunate. And Silas, now bush to bush, he's hunting down everyone else, and everyone's coming from one direction. Actually, yeah, because this other guy over here, where'd he go? Silas takes more shots. I think he saw Freestalker in the, Freestalker in the cover there. He's gonna displace. I know I've jinxed people before by saying this, but I think Silas could do this. If Russia keep running on them one at a time... Freestalker got hit there. if everyone runs at Silas one thing at a time, could happen. But the problem is, Silas has to actually retake the radio position, which he hasn't done. So he's got to move. And Lib tags him on his way back, and that's going to do it for round 2. That was quite the ending for Metal Monsters today. Russia lost all of their armor in round 2. Effectively lost all of their armor in round 2. Actually pretty nuts, if you really think about it. Really nuts, if you think about it. Thank you guys all for coming out and watching. We got another operation tonight. Guess what? I'm going to tell you what it is in like 2 seconds. It's called Sea Demons Part 1. If you go to the website, you'll get spoiled because it's not on any map you've seen before in this game. Not any map that we've run in operation before, as far as I'm aware. It is completely new stuff you're going to see for the first time tonight. That's going to be a Russia versus British operation this evening. We're going to be starting broadcast around 20:45 Eastern. That's going to be 0:45 UTC the following day. All the times are in your current time zone on the calendar on our website, squadops.gg. Interested in participating? That's where you go to begin. Appreciate... Wow, I just got kicked out of server. Big funny. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Until then, I'm bcarr. Thanks for watching. I don't know what to say here. But what I will do is play you guys a little bit of music, then turn the stream off. Sound good? I think that sounds pretty good.